Gildan Media presents Your Coach in a Box, affordable, life-changing audio programs.
Gildan Media presents The Constitution, An Introduction, written by Michael Stokes Paulsen and Luke Paulsen, read by Walter Dixon. Preface. Our goal in this audiobook is to provide a reasonably short, reader-friendly, intelligent introduction to the United States Constitution in all aspects, its formation, its content, and the history of its interpretation. That is a simple, straightforward goal, but also a surprisingly difficult one to achieve. Most books on the American Constitution, it seems, tend to fall into one of two unsatisfactory categories. There exist a fair number of sophisticated, massive scholarly tomes on the Constitution, its interpretation, or the history of the Supreme Court. This is not one of them. There are also plenty of short, near cartoonish, slapdash, popular treatments of the Constitution. This is not one of those either. Our aim lies right in between, to offer an audiobook that is sufficiently comprehensive to serve as a general introduction to the Constitution, but not a bloated treatise that only a few would dare read. We have sought to produce an audiobook that is rigorous, accurate, and scholarly, yet still as provocative as its subject, the Constitution, and at the same time brief and readable. In short, this aims to be a smart audiobook, but not a ponderous one. We strive to be as objective as possible, but the history of the Constitution is a lively story of ideas, disputes, and controversies, not a bland set of facts, and this audiobook reflects that reality. We take some definite positions and throw a few punches, hopefully in the right places. Our somewhat immodest hope is that The Constitution, An Introduction, might serve as the definitive modern primer on the U.S. Constitution. The audio program embraces the subject of the Constitution in its full compass. The narrative begins with the forces that led to the document's formation in the Philadelphia Convention of 1787. It proceeds with a brisk but thorough examination of the Constitution's key structural features, its allocation of powers among the branches of the national government, its provisions defining relationships among the states of the Union and between the states and the nation as a whole, its unfortunate accommodation of slavery, and its nearly immediate amendment to include a Bill of Rights. It then completes the story, in the second half of the audiobook, with a brisk history of the major controversies and issues that have surrounded the Constitution.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?